TurboTax for Uber drivers. I can't believe how many people have emailed me saying, hey, where do I do this? What do I do this? And TurboTax if I was an Uber or a Lyft driver. And I said, I don't know. Let's look into this a little bit. So here we are. TurboTax for Uber drivers. So if you like what you see here at the Heritage Wealth Planning, don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, subscribe, and share the video in comments as well. So let's dive right into this. It's actually quite interesting. And we're going to show you this article directly from TurboTax. And then we're going to go into this, the Sharing Economy Tax Center from the IRS. Maybe we'll start with here as a matter of fact. Yeah. Actually, let's go to the TurboTax one. All right, so we'll start here. So TurboTax, I'll put a link to this in show notes. If you're one of the more than 150,000 Americans who decide to get your side hustle on by driving for Uber, this might be the first time you've taken on the responsibilities of self-employment, including reporting business earnings on your income tax return. Even if you reported self-employment income before, ride sharing is a bit different than other businesses, offering unique challenges and opportunities. Here's how to understand your Uber 1099. So just a couple things. You're going to get a 1099K and a 1099 miss, a 1099K and a 1099 miscellaneous. You're going to get both of those from Uber. All right. Now, what you got to do, and this is, I'm just telling you, I've read, and all kinds of stuff. On the Uber website, it'll just break it down into a summary. And in that summary, once you log into Uber and you sign in and whatnot, it'll give you all the various 1099, the miss, and 1099K, but it'll break it down for you in that summary and also will tell you your deductible expenses as well, which is pretty interesting. So make sure you got your 1099K, your 1099 miss, and go to get the summary on the Uber website, and you'll get all that broken down for you, which is freaking wonderful. All right, does that make sense? So you got to get those three things first and foremost. Now, TurboTax is pretty easy. You just put this stuff in. But yeah, we'll go into this. All right. You report income you earn as a rideshare driver on Schedule C, which is for any 1099 employee is Schedule C. It doesn't matter if you're a rideshare driver. You'll get anyone who's a self-employed 1099 as independent contractor will have a Schedule C. If you're moonlighting as an Uber driver to supplement income from another job, you'll report both incomes on Form 1040. But remember, the Schedule C is for a 1099 employee. If you earn self-employment income from a different type of business, such as Airbnb hosting services, you'll need to file a separate Schedule C for that business. The same is true if you earn income as a wedding singer, yoga teacher, or anything else. And generally, each separate type of business requires a separate Schedule C. Always remember that if you have 1099 for this line of work, you got to have a Schedule C. All right. Making sense of Uber 1099s. You're probably accustomed to receiving a W-2 from work as an employer, from your employer to document your earnings. If you have a day job in addition to your ride-sharing gig, you should receive a W-2 from your employer. That we get all that makes sense. And the problem with being a W-2 employee is not much you can do from a tax perspective. Uber will not send you a W-2. It's going to send you a 1099K for your driving services and a Form 1099 miss for any other income you receive, such as bonuses or referral fees. So if you send a referral to Uber, I think it's like $500 for another rider or driver, you can get a referral fee, and that'll come on your 1099 miss. 1099K will be for your driving services. Let's click on it, see if they give us a visual of what this looks like, because I have actually, I don't know if they do. Yeah, I don't see. I'll show you here. I got another one I'll show you here in another video of what it actually looks like, the 1099K and the 1099 miss. Since Uber provides this information directly to the IRS, you don't have to include the 1099s with your tax return because they already have it. The IRS does. But you should save those 1099s for your other records. Ride-sharing companies are required to issue 1099Ks for drivers who earn more than $20,000 and receive more than 200 payments. So if you had 200 rides and you receive more than $20,000, you'll get a 1099K. And they're required to send 1099 miss to drivers who made 600 or more in referrals or other income. However, Uber provides both documents to all of its drivers to remind them about reporting their income and help them make their filing their taxes easier. Whether you receive 1099s or not, you're required to report and pay taxes on all the income you received from Uber. I'm just telling you, or Lyft. You've got to do that. Don't rely. So I didn't get my 1099, so I have to report it. Yes, you do. You actually absolutely have to. And TurboTax has a place in there you can put in you didn't receive your 1099s. It's actually quite simple. Uber also provides this document with a third document, or its drivers with a third document called a tax summary. The Uber tax summary isn't an official tax document. It'll simply show on the forms of your 1099K and your 1099 miscellaneous on one page, and then it'll show selected expenses you can deduct from your Schedule C. So that I was watching some videos of some people, and the 1099, the tax summary was wonderful because it breaks it all down for you in easy to see numbers, and you just plug that in to your TurboTax. TurboTax and Uber are also partners, so you can actually go, once you sign up for TurboTax, you go directly to Uber and just let it download into the form itself. You don't even have to fill it out. Just say, here's my login number, boom, boom, and TurboTax will download it right into the proper form for you. It's pretty sweet. Uber drivers receiving a 1099K for the first time are often surprised to see that the income reported is greater than the amount they actually received in payment. That's because IRS rules require Uber to report the full amount the customer paid, including the company's compensation and fees. So don't sweat it. It'll be reduced later on. I'm just telling you, I was watching this one guy do it, and it said initially had $45,000 of income, and he didn't. He only had, I think it was like $32,000 or something like that. But you're like, whoa, $45,000, and I was like, from taxes he had to pay, and it'll get shaken out at the end. Form 1099K refers to this as a gross amount of payment card third-party network transaction, and you can deduct the bulk of that on your Schedule C, so don't sweat it. In fact, Uber makes it easy to deduct the correct forms, providing a 1099K breakdown, or just log into Uber through your TurboTax or you don't even have to log into Uber. Just give TurboTax their credentials, and they'll pull it all in there for you. Tolls, split fares, and you see it all that. Your parking fees, not parking tickets, but your parking fees and whatnot. A jump start on your tax deductions. The Uber tax summary even includes a line item for on-trip mileage. This is a starting point for your business mileage deduction, but it's only a starting point. The Uber mileage figure includes only the miles driven with passengers in your car. You can deduct other business-related mileage as well. The miles you drive back and forth to pick up a passenger, the miles you drive to get to a more central location to await your next ride. However, your miles to home are not deductible, so these are considered commuting miles. I find that pretty interesting, actually. People say, if I'm commuting to my work, can I deduct it? Nope. That's all part of your business mileage, the miles you take to get your fare and the miles you take to wait for your fare to come up. You can deduct many other business expenses on your Schedule C, for example. The cost of your new phone is you can deduct all this stuff. Formats, electronic toll responder, so your Easy Pass, things like that. However, you can only deduct a portion of these costs and fees related to your business. Simply, if you have a home office, you can only deduct a portion of it. You can't deduct the whole thing. Since you are self-employed, you're also likely to require to file a Schedule SE, self-employment tax. That is a portion of your Social Security that you have to pay as your employee, and that's a portion that you have to pay as the employer. You got to pay both sides. So it's 7.6 on each end. So whatever 7.65 times 2 is, 15.5. But fortunately, half of your self-employment tax can be deducted from your total income on line 27 of your 1040. I don't know if it's still line 27 in 2018. Anyway, so that's that. So we'll stop here. We'll go to another video where I show you what the 1099K looks like, the 1099S. I'll show you the breakdown of the Uber summaries that you'll like to see as well, because you'll need to know all this stuff. At the end of the day, I'll put a link in show notes for TurboTax. Just go on there, file it, set up a account with TurboTax, download it, and easy as pie, and you're done. Uber makes it easy. I'm telling you, I've watched a number of videos and read a number of websites to show you that. Now, stay tuned. Watch the next video. I'll kind of walk you through what you're going to be looking at too. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. See ya.